Hi, my name is Nina Lincoff, and we're here with Tamara Wendt, Managing Director of the Lab Miami. Enjoy the interview.
Just here in the lab, a few examples I've seen of companies being attracted from abroad. So the Genie Lab has selected Miami as the city where they want to launch their U.S. office, their U.S. location. They were out of the U.K. for they were founded there. They were there for 3 years, and now they've taken on Freddie Dellis as their CEO. And so they're working out of the lab here, and he cited a couple of different reasons. One is the talent in Miami, is still paid well. Maybe $70,000 to $90,000 for a developer. A comparable programmer in the Bay Area is you'd be paying twice as much between the cost of living and just the fact that that's what the market standard is over there. And so it's also closer to Europe. It's closer to Latin America. So we have a really great geographical location, and the diversity of the talent here, the international access. So that's drawn a lot of companies to Miami. Wix, which is actually an Israeli company that's based out of the Bay, has an office here at the lab. They have their Brazilian and Latin American call center here, and they decided to do that because they wanted to hire locally, and they needed trilingual speakers, Portuguese, Spanish, and English. And so they hired some phenomenal people here, and they work out of here every day taking calls, and they're on the same time zone as Latin America. Whereas over in the Bay, where actually they have their really large call center, so it just works a lot better for them to be over here. So the Knight Foundation is actually an equity investor in the lab, which is unusual because the lab is a for-profit.
Right.
We're part of this new movement of businesses, called social ventures. So we do well by doing good. Our mission is to be a social benefit, provide a social benefit while operating as a business. So that's a lot of why the Knight Foundation, got involved. The Knight Foundation funded a grant for programming in our first year to help kick off, a lot of community engagement. But really, the lab is set up to sustain itself through its business plan. So through memberships, we serve as a venue. So we host 2 to 3 events here a week. We host everything from programming meetups like Code for Miami to Justice Hack to AGP, which was a room full of accredited investors. To hackathons. Just last night, Journeyed, who is a member here, held a speaker series that they just launched. They brought in a speaker from Colombia to come up and talk about all sorts of the new journalism and how people interested in that field can use Journeyed and other platforms like that to be able to tell stories and make a living at it. So the content that's coming out of the lab is intentionally very high quality, very diverse. We have speakers like Juan Calle, Manny Medina, some of the biggest names in business that speak here through a speaker series called Brain Food. That's a co-produced event with the lab and Endeavor. It's one of the reasons why I think a lot of people really love being part of the lab. They can finish their day of work and then walk over to a really engaging educational event or a networking event, or meet a coder because the coders have come to Code for America to do volunteer work. There's all different kinds of reasons why it's worth it to walk through the door on a regular basis here.